The loss of Malaysia Airlines Flight MH370 on March 8, 2014 is still one of the most perplexing and terrible mysteries in aviation history. Despite extensive searches, investigations, and countless speculations, the fate of the aircraft and its 239 passengers remains unknown. This video dives deep into what is known about the trip, the different explanations that have evolved, and the ongoing efforts for figuring out what exactly occurred. Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. In today's video, we will raise the curtain of mystery of the disappearance of Malaysia Airlines Flight MH370 and see what really happened. Background and timeline of events. Flight MH370 took off from Kuala Lumpur International Airport at 12:41 a.m. local time, heading for Beijing Capital International Airport. The trip was a normal overnight journey that was expected to last approximately 6 hours. The airplane was a Boeing 777-200ER, one of the safest and most reliable planes in commercial aviation. Operated by Captain Zahari Ahmad Shah, an experienced aviator with over 18,000 flying hours, and First Officer Fariq Abdul Hamid. Approximately 40 minutes after takeoff, the plane made its last contact with air traffic control, a routine good night from the cockpit as the plane was handed off from Malaysian to Vietnamese airspace. Shortly thereafter, at 1:21 a.m., the aircraft's transponder was switched off and it disappeared from radar screens. The plane was expected to check in with Vietnamese air traffic control, but never did. Instead, MH370 veered off its planned course, making a sharp turn westward, back across the Malay Peninsula, and then heading south over the Indian Ocean. Military radar tracked the plane for another hour before it disappeared entirely from radar coverage. The last confirmed satellite communication with the aircraft occurred at 8:11 a.m., nearly 7 hours after it had deviated from its flight path. These satellite handshakes or pings with the Inmarsat network suggested the plane continued flying for hours after losing contact but provided no location data. The search efforts. The effort to search for MH370 was one of the most significant and most expensive in history, lasting several years, including enormous parts of the Indian Ocean. Initially, the search was centered around the South China Sea, which was the last known position based on radar data. However, just like it was clear that the plane had turned west, attention went to the southern Indian Ocean. Inmarsat's examination of the satellite pings revealed a possible arc across the Indian Ocean, where the plane could have flown. This prompted a massive undersea search, in particular along the 7th arc, where the plane was thought to have run out of fuel and crashed. Despite these efforts, the most important wreckage of MH370 was never discovered. In 2015 and 2016, several pieces of debris washed up on the shores of islands in the western Indian Ocean along the coast of Africa. These included a flaperon found in the Reunion Island, which was confirmed to be from MH370. Other confirmed and suspected pieces were found in Mozambique, Mauritius, and Tanzania. These discoveries confirmed that the plane had indeed crashed somewhere in the Indian Ocean, but provided little information on the exact location or cause of the crash. Theories and hypotheses. Numerous theories have been proposed to explain the disappearance of MH370, ranging from the plausible to the speculative. These are some of the most prominent hypotheses. Number 1. Pilot suicide. One of the most commonly held theories is that Captain Zahari Ahmad Shah purposefully diverted the jet and sailed it into the southern Indian Ocean. Proponents of this theory point to evidence such as the deliberate turnoff of communication equipment, the sudden swerve off course, and the controlled trajectory route, which all point to someone being in control. Furthermore, claims emerged that Zahari had practiced a similar route on his home flight simulator. However, this notion has been challenged by individuals who knew Zahari, as well as the lack of a clear motivation. Number 2. Hijacking. A different possibility is that MH370 was hijacked, maybe by a passenger or someone who gained control of the cockpit. The hijacker's motivation could have been political, as well as they could have made arrangements to utilize the jet for a future attack, as was the case with the 9/11 hijackings. The hijacker's attempt to escape radar detection or a dispute in the cockpit could have caused the flight to turn away from its path. However, not one organization has claimed responsibility, and the aircraft's subsequent behavior is not in keeping with usual hijacking circumstances. Number 3. Mechanical failure. Some experts believe that a catastrophic mechanical failure could have caused the plane to deviate from its course and lose communication with air traffic control. This could have been due to an onboard fire, loss of cabin pressure, or other critical failure that incapacitated the crew and passengers. In this scenario, the plane could have continued flying on autopilot until it ran out of fuel and crashed into the ocean. The main challenge to this theory is the deliberate maneuvers made after the loss of communication, which suggest human intervention. Number 4. Shoot-down theory. A more contentious view holds that MH370 was unintentionally shot down by a military operation, either Malaysian, US, or another country. Proponents claim that the plane may have been interpreted incorrectly for a danger during a military practice, and that what took place was later concealed. However, there is no tangible evidence to support this theory, and it is widely regarded as less than likely various other possibilities. Number 5. Cyber hijacking. Some have theorized that hijackers took over MH370 remotely, disconnecting the plane's electronic communications and steering it off course. Although theoretically feasible, this notion lacks considerable proof and is therefore considered speculative. However, it has brought up concerns about deficiencies in aviation cybersecurity. Number 6. Alien abduction or supernatural explanations. Like many high-profile unsolved mysteries, MH370's disappearance has attracted a fair share of conspiracy theories, including those involving alien abduction, black holes, or other supernatural phenomena. While these ideas capture the public's imagination, they are not supported by any credible evidence and are generally dismissed by experts. Investigations and reports. The Malaysian government headed the official investigation into MH370, with support from the international agencies such as the Australian Transport Safety Bureau (ATSB) and the National Transportation Safety Board (NTSB) in the United States. The final investigation, released in July 2018, admitted that the plane's disappearance was most likely caused by unlawful interference by a third party, but did not reach a definitive conclusion. The investigation also identified various flaws in the reaction towards a catastrophe, such as the delays in starting the search and rescue operation, inadequate coordination between different countries' air traffic control, and a lack of real-time tracking updates for commercial aircraft. These difficulties have prompted requests for airline safety reforms, such as the installation of worldwide flight tracking systems. The human toll. The disappearance of MH370 had a profound impact on the families of the 239 passengers and crew members. For years, they have endured the agony of not knowing what happened to their loved ones, and many have expressed frustration with the investigation's lack of answers. The incident also highlighted the psychological toll of such tragedies, as well as the challenges of dealing with complex international incidents that involve multiple jurisdictions and agencies. In response to the tragedy, various support groups were formed to help families cope with their loss and to advocate for continued efforts to find the plane. These groups have played a critical role in keeping the search for MH370 in the public eye and in pushing for ongoing investigations. The search continues. Despite the official search being halted in 2017, efforts to locate MH370 have persisted in various forms. In 2018, Ocean Infinity, a private business, launched a new search within modern underwater drones and sonar technologies. Although the search was unsuccessful, it nevertheless included some of the most promising regions identified by specialists. There remains hope that advancements in technology or new evidence will lead to the recovery of the major wreckage. Some researchers feel that a greater understanding of ocean currents and trash patterns could assist in reducing the search region. In addition, efforts are currently underway to improve worldwide flight tracking and create new methods for interpreting satellite data, which can provide clues during subsequent searches. Lessons learned and aviation reforms. The loss of MH370 has had a long-term impact on the aviation industry, driving improvements aimed at avoiding a similar tragedy in the future. One of the most major reforms has been the quest for worldwide flight monitoring systems capable of providing real-time location data for commercial aircraft flying over distant maritime regions. The International Civil Aviation Organization, or ICAO, has issued new surveillance of flight guidelines, including a need for planes to transmit their position every 15 minutes during normal operations and every minute during emergencies. Another area of focus has been improving the design and functionality of flight data recorders, black boxes. Some experts have suggested that black boxes should be equipped with technology that allows them to automatically eject from the aircraft in the event of a crash, making them easier to locate. Additionally, there have been calls to develop systems that can transmit critical flight data in real time to ground stations, reducing the reliance on physical black boxes. The MH370 disaster has also highlighted the necessity of international cooperation in aviation safety. The intricacies of the search and investigation underlines the need for improved international coordination, particularly in areas such as air traffic control, search and rescue operations, and accident investigations. Efforts to increase global coordination continue, with the goal of ensuring that all governments are better equipped to respond to future aviation disasters. Conclusion: the enduring mystery of MH370. The loss of Malaysia Airlines Flight MH370 remains one of the most perplexing mysteries in contemporary aviation. Despite years of investigations and search attempts, the exact circumstances of the plane's disappearance have yet to be revealed, leaving the world with more questions than answers. Despite countless ideas, intense searches, and much speculation, the exact fate of the aircraft and the 239 persons on board remains unknown. The catastrophe has left an indelible impression on aviation industry, and it is still under intense examination and investigation. Hope this video added value to your thoughts. Do like, share, and subscribe to our channel.